Mayor Umhlatuze Municipality, Councillor Xolani Mngwezi, Amakhosi and leaders of traditional authorities, Chairperson of Transnet Board, Dr. Andile Sangu, Chairperson of the Transnet National Ports Authority Board, Mr. Tsukulu Nchocho, Transnet Group Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Solili Zwalo, Acting Chief Executive of Transnet National Ports Authority, Advocates Phyllis Difeto, and the members of the TNPA EXCO, the President of VOPAC, South Africa, Mr. Oliver Naidu, the Ambassador of Netherlands, Joanne Dunevat, the Chief Executive Officer of FFS Tank Terminals, Mr. Andrew Canning, the Deputy Director General, Mr. Mthunzi Madia, and the Chief Executive of the Ports Regulator of South Africa, Ms. Joey Mlauzi. Our valued customers and esteemed stakeholders, members of the media, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Sanbonani. It is my pleasure to be your MC today as we witness this momentous occasion of the signing ceremony of the terminal operator agreement between Energy Terminals, Zululand Energy Terminal, for the first LNG project at the Port of Richards Bay, as well as the terminal operator agreement signing with FFS Tank Terminals for the bunkering services facility, which is TNPA first brownfields project as well here at the Port of Richards Bay. But before I can proceed with all the necessary protocols, safety is important. Safety first, safety last at Transnet. I'll request Captain Dennis to take us through a safety briefing. We can clap hands as he comes for us.
Esteemed guest, all protocol observed. My name is Captain Dennis Mkati, the Port Manager of Richards Bay. We take safety very serious in this port. To start off with, there are no plane exercises. Please ensure that when you hear the call for safety and evacuation, please remain calm, and then you will be led outside of the building. We are also blessed with a layer of security and protection within this area. And we are going to provide you with the emergency number. And that emergency number is 035 4111. That's for any emergencies. The emergency services is also supported by our ambulance services. Please, you will be provided accordingly that assistance. Please state if you need any assistance as soon as possible so that we are able to attend to your well-being during the course of the day. And with those words, please ensure that you enjoy the event of today. Thanks, MC.
Thank you so much, Captain. I think we are now all safe. Now that the safety protocol has been done, please allow me to call upon the Group Chief Operating Officer of Transnet, Mr. Solili Zwalo, to do the opening remarks. I would like us to put a hand of applause as he comes forward.
Thank you, Dr. Dineo. I think we did ask for the captain to take us through the safety protocol, but I think we've left one thing that is extremely more important, is to invite the Almighty and our ancestors in supporting this event. And just before we start, we've got two pastors, or probably more pastors in the room. May I ask one of them to please volunteer to start this occasion with a prayer? They are looking at each other.
We come to this moment, Lord. This is the day that you have made. We thank you for waking up this morning, protecting us and guiding us, Lord. We invite the presence of your Holy Spirit to be with us. May you guide us, Lord. May you protect us. May you bring your prosperity in this area, Lord. May you bless this occasion. Everything that happens here, Lord, may it give glory to you. All these things, Lord, we ask and we pray in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and our risen Savior. Amen.
Thank you, Chair. And our ancestors hopefully are also looking down upon us and blessing this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dineo has already done the esteemed welcoming and observed all protocol, and I would like to emphasize all protocol observed. Welcome our guests and all the stakeholders that are here, that you've taken time to join us today, and allow me to say again, all protocol observed. I'm Soli Letswalo. I am the Group Chief Operating Officer of Transnet. I'm also today representing our Group Chief Executive, Advocate Michelle Phillips, who's on annual leave. And I would like to take this moment to welcome you all to the Port of Richards Bay, where we stand to witness a hallmark event. This milestone places Transnet fairly in the books of history, demonstrating the TNPA's maverick spirit in spearheading strategic projects that will leave an impact on the national economy and the global economy. The Ports Authority signing of Terminal Operators Agreement, what we term TOA, for South Africa's first liquefied natural gas, LNG, import terminal with Zululand Energy Terminal, as well as for bunkering fuels terminal with FFS, tank terminals at the Port of Richards Bay, will shape the future of this region and enhance the identity of the port as both the largest coal exporter in the country and the liquid fuel hub of the region. We will bear witness to history in the making and the honor of having front row seats as the port becomes a champion of sustainability and innovation. Program Director, Dr. Today's ceremony brings us a step closer to realizing Transnet's strategic objectives as a critical logistics enabler while responding to the National Integrated Development Plan as expressed by the South African government. TNPA's contribution towards the plan is realized by increasing the capacity of South Africa's ports, ensuring long-term sustainability, driving economic growth, job creation, and being a catalyst for innovation and transformation. Indeed, the LNG and bunkering services terminal will place the Port of Richards Bay at the precipice of social and environmental change. Some words that are big words, precipice. All right, in 2023, TNPA embarked on a critical stakeholder engagement roadshow to present its port development framework plans in all three regions. Some of that we call the port master plans that were presented in 2023. Key to that plan was the plan to roll out the LNG gas import terminals across our three ports, Richards Bay, this port, the Saldanha, and our port in Kucha. This ceremony signifies the authority's strategic trajectory and responsiveness to the global move towards decarbonization. The LNG landmark project forms part of the just transition to a low carbon economy, positioning South Africa as a key player in the global green economy. The gas to power plan that some of the speakers that are going to come after me on the program will touch on is a game changer for the country. Together with the bunkering services agreement, it speaks to the security of supply and expanding the value of services offered by the Port of Richards Bay. These agreements have a symbolic relationship in the greater business landscape, with bunkering services being the traditional mode of fuel supply, while LNG is the greenhorn and gaining traction. Having both these optimizes the port's capability and ability to service customers while maintaining a firm position on trends and responding to demand in the global markets. With these few words, I want to say welcome to the Port of Richards Bay. We thank you for walking this journey with us and acknowledge the support shown through your attendance. We trust that today will be of significance and a memorable ceremony for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for that warm welcome. I believe that everybody feels welcomed in Transnet premises. At this point in time, I'd like to call upon the King Cetshwayo District Municipality Mayor, Councillor Dlamini, onto the stage to do the welcome in the region. I'd like us to put a hand as he comes forward.
Thank you, Program Director, Dr. Neo Mazibuko, who was directing our program. May I first greet our Honorable Premier, who's on our midst, Baba Usompesi Mpemba. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you in your own town, your own area. But as a matter of protocol, I have to welcome you as well. I also want to greet Mr. Dennis Mkadi, who's a TNPA Port Manager, Richards Bay, and Mr. Soli Letswalo, Transnet Group Chief Operating Officer, and Mr. TP Chongo, but they say the correct pronunciation is Chongo. I'm not sure. I used to I thought it's Chongo, but it's misspelled. Also welcoming in our midst Mr. TP or Mr. Andile Sangu, who's a Transnet Board Chairperson. Also Mr. Sbongseni Kati, TPLL Chief Executive, Mr. Olive Naidu, FOPAC SA President, is sitting next to me in my table there, and Mr. Soli Letswalo, Transnet GCEO, and Advocate Phyllis Defeso, Acting TNPA Chief Executive, and also welcoming Mr. Andrew Kenning, FS Chief Executive Officer, and all members that will be conducting signing ceremony under Bunkering Services Terminal. We also welcome in our midst the Zulu Dance and Tag Dance, as well as terminal operator, as well as our, on my program, I'm not sure if the MSC for Transpac and has arrived, but I've also seen our Honorable Mabuya Kulu, if I'm not mistaken. We are also welcome, sir, in this city of Umhlatuze. In fact, it should have been Mr. The Honorable Mayor of the city of Umhlatuze, Mr. Ngwezi, Xolani Ngwezi. Unfortunately, he has not been around town. So all protocol is observed in my welcoming remarks. On behalf of the King Cetshwayo District Municipal and its family of 5 local municipalities, which is this one, Mhlathuze, we're at Mhlathuze local municipality, as well as Umlalazi and Imfolozi local municipalities, Mthonjaneni and Nkandla local municipality. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all in this wonderful historic event. This significant ceremony heralds hope for a new era in power production in our country. For the district, it signifies the potential for economic growth, infrastructure development, job creation, and other power-related opportunities. Liquefied natural gas and the development of the gas market not only offers an alternative source of energy, but it also provides a solution to the problem where our current energy supply is insufficient to meet the needs of our population. As I'm here, I've left my home without electricity. So that's why I'm very much concerned about this one for the past 4 days. And everything that was stocked in our refrigerators has been rotten. The district of King Cetshwayo is predominantly rural, with small pockets of industrial and commercial activities taking place. In Mhlathuze, Mthonjaneni, Mfolozi, and Nkandla municipalities, as I have indicated to you, that we have a family of 5 local municipalities. And this one, the city of Mhlathuze, as the economic hub with its large industries, the deep water port, and concentrated mining activities, is sometimes burdened with the obligation to supply the employment, business, and retail needs of the entire district. The greater the economic boost to the city, the greater the downstream opportunities for all the people of this district. According to the census 2022, the district has a total of 1,021,000 population, an increase of 907,519 residents in 2011. The city of Mhlathuze accounts for over 412,000 of this total, largely due to the influx of job seekers and business people. We welcome the injection of the new projects, especially energy-based or related projects, which will impact the entire country. I am deeply appreciative of the investment initiatives undertaken by Transnet, other corporate organizations, and the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And I assure you that local government is ready, available, and willing to support you every step of the way. I once again welcome you all to our beautiful district and urge you to take advantage of the many tourist attractions that are available in our region. I thank you. You are all welcomed. Feel free, feel at home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for that warm welcome into the district. I believe everybody now feels very much comfortable in the district. And without a waste of time, I'd like to call upon our TNPA chairperson, Mr. Tsugulon Chocho. I'd like us to give him a hand as he comes forward. Over to you, sir.
Because you are Dineo, I expected you to pronounce it correctly. So thank you very much. Program Director, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to make a few remarks on behalf of the board of the National Ports Authority. And before I do, with your permission, please, if you could allow me to say that I stand on all the protocols that have already been observed. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thank you for joining us on this occasion, which already the Group Chief Operating Officer has described indeed as a momentous occasion for the signing of these two terminal operations agreement that we are going to be briefed about today. It was last year, 2024, that the Transnet National Ports Authority announced the appointment of the preferred bidders for the LNG terminal and the bunkering services to a consortium, Zululand Energy Terminals and WFS Tank Terminals, respectively. What I would like to say was that this particular announcement last year followed, as expected of us in the National Ports Authority and indeed within the Transnet Group, followed a series of governance processes and intense negotiations that have landed us here today. So this particular initiative, we believe and are absolutely convinced, followed due process and can stand up to scrutiny. It is an agreement, or these agreements mark a significant progress towards advancing, as the Mayor said just now, the imperatives around energy security and the contribution to economic growth, not only for this region, because the kind of product that is going to flow through these terminals is not meant only for this region, but for the entire country and probably the rest of the SADC region. Ladies and gentlemen, this proves that partnerships, especially in the energy sector in South Africa, have been helpful and have aided us as a country in navigating the complexities of economic development over the past number of months, and will continue to do so going forward. The establishment of this first LNG import terminal here is a national response, and we are grateful to those who have played a critical role in bringing it to fruition. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are hoping that this particular project and the product that we will be offering, which is LNG, will support further regional integration and further interconnectedness of the various sectors of the economy, not only in this region, but beyond. Most important, by modernizing the existing infrastructure in this port, this project not only enhances maritime fuel services, but also plays a role in supporting significant shipping operations that make use of this wonderful port that I've had the opportunity to tour since joining this board. So these projects, indeed, the Chief Operating Officer has indicated, are significant economic catalysts. The impact is likely to be substantial, and I hope the promoters and the key lead sponsors of this project will tell us what the development impact attributes of this project will be. We expect no less than 1,000 jobs probably during the construction phase and into the operating phase of this project. And not only the construction of the actual project itself, but the additional related infrastructure. Likewise, the liquid bulk terminal that specializes in bunker fuel will further enhance the operational efficiencies of this port, which is an issue that we have been contending with as an organization. These milestones were achieved through intense discussions and transparent processes, and we are grateful to the professionals who played their role in that regard. Ladies and gentlemen, we can confirm here today, and the Department of Transport is in the room, that compliance with the National Ports Act was followed in terms of due process to bring this particular project to fruition. And so, following an extensive evaluation, the National Ports Authority and Transnet, indeed, we are proud to welcome the preferred bidders that have been announced, i.e. Zululand Energy Terminal, as well as WFS Tank Terminals, respectively. As we sign these agreements today, we recognize that this is more than just an infrastructure project, but it is a statement of huge confidence to the Republic of South Africa. TNPA remains committed to its long-term vision of creating world-class port infrastructure. We are challenged in this regard, and there are backlogs, and there is need for large capital investments going forward. Hence, we recognize the absolute crucial role that the private sector, as demonstrated by this project, can play in advancing that vision. So I really want to take a moment out and say, I want to acknowledge on behalf of the board of TNPA, the role that has been played by various participants to bring these projects to fruition. No less than the promoters of these projects, Transnet as a group and TNPA in particular, the financiers who are going to provide the liquidity, the capital that is required to make this project come to life, the government of the Netherlands, which I know and have been briefed, has been a great supporter of these initiatives, the Department of Transport, the city here where we are, and indeed the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I'm confident that your expertise combined and commitment will propel these projects to absolute realization. No delays are allowed, no variation orders will be signed. These projects shall be delivered on time, on budget. So as we move forward as a TNPA together with your partnership, we want to thank you for the shared purpose that you have embraced for building resilience and a sustainable and a prosperous country as the leadership of this nation has called us to, and as I know we are going to hear shortly from the Premier. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chair, for those opening remarks. I believe, colleagues, we are now ready to witness the signing ceremony of the first LNG terminal in Richards Bay, as well as the bunkering terminal operator agreement in Richards Bay. At this point in time, I'd like to call upon the Transnet Chairperson Board, Dr. Andile Sango, to come onto the stage to talk around the strategic relevance of these projects. I'd like us to give him a hand as he comes forward. Over to you, Dr. Simon.
Let me take this opportunity to greet everyone present here today. May I also stand by the protocols that have been previously observed and say that all protocol observed. You just have to give me 1 minute here. I'm just trying to retrieve my notes. So if you could just give me 1 minute, I'll be able to get to it at some point. I think everything just happened very quickly for me, but finally I'm here. It is really both a privilege and an honor to address you today at this landmark occasion, the signing of 2 terminal operator agreements by the Ports Authority, one for South Africa's first liquefied natural gas, LNG, import terminal with Zululand Energy Terminal, and the other for bunkering fuels terminal with FFS tank terminals at the ports of Richards Bay. These agreements signifies Transnet's commitment to support South Africa's crucial pathway to economic growth and industrialization through energy transformation and enhanced energy security. They represent a dual achievement: the introduction of a pioneering LNG import facility and the enhancement of our liquid bulk capacity through the redevelopment of FFS tank terminals. The LNG terminal is a critical response to our nation's energy challenges. Overall, the TNPA LNG project is aligned with the Department of Minerals Resources and Energy's plans to deliver 6,000 megawatts of gas to power in South Africa. These 6,000 megawatts is split into 3,000 megawatts as per the Integrated Resource Plan, IRP, and 3,000 megawatts for Eskom new generation in the Umhlatuzi region. By enabling the importation of liquefied natural gas, we are promoting the development of sustainable source of energy to meet limited and depleting gas supplies. This will contribute 3,000 megawatts of gas-based electricity capacity to the national grid by 2028, thus positioning the ports of Richards Bay as a key LNG import hub. This initiative positions Transnet as a key player in South Africa's nascent LNG market. The terminal will optimize the use of our import infrastructure, drive industrial growth, and create approximately 1,000 direct jobs with further opportunities during construction. It also plays a pivotal role in Transnet's decarbonization strategy, supporting the government's gas to power program and fostering a transition to cleaner energy sources, and specifically widespread LNG adoption. Equally important is the redevelopment of the bunkering services facility to be operated by our partner, FS Tank Terminal. This project enhances the port's liquid bulk handling capabilities, focusing on bunker fuel operations that are critical to maritime logistics. The FFS Tank Terminals initiative modernizes existing infrastructure, representing Transnet's first brownfield project. This is located at the former engine bunker terminal. This redevelopment will generate new revenue streams, sustain operational readiness, and support global shipping needs for the next 25 years. Through this project, we are expanding our services offerings at the Port of Richards Bay while strengthening South Africa's competitiveness in the global bunkering industry. Needless to say, this project complements the LNG terminal by ensuring the port's readiness to handle critical liquid bulk cargo during the energy transition. Collectively, both projects contribute to the region's economic resilience, with significant job creation across construction, operation, and port-related industries. Together, these developments underscore Transnet's commitment to transformation, skills development, and workforce empowerment in the energy and maritime sectors. Further to this, if I may mention, these two initiatives aligned to Transnet's recovery plan, which focuses on operational efficiency, volume recovery, service delivery, and financial sustainability. They also directly support national goals such as the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy Strategic Plan and Gas to Power program. With the LNG and bank services facility, the Port of Richards Bay is poised to solidify its position as a leading energy and logistic hub in both regional and global contexts. The LNG terminal reinforces the port's capacity to meet energy demands, while the bunkering services project elevates its status as a key partner in maritime fuel services. Today's signing ceremony represents a monumental achievement for Transnet, Zululand Energy Terminal, FFS Tank Terminals, and South Africa at large. These agreements embody a shared vision for sustainable and diversified energy, economic growth, and operational excellence. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our government partners, stakeholders, Zululand Energy Terminals, FFS Tank Terminals, and the dedicated teams at Transnet for their unwavering commitment to these transformative projects. Together, we are paving the way for a sustainable, economically prosperous future for our nation. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and best wishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, you can see that we are led in Transnet. So thank you, Chair, for those words which are talking to the strategic relevance of this project. You've spoken about Transnet's commitment in ensuring that we are the catalyst for growth in the energy space and in the fuel logistics space. Thank you so much for those words. At this point in time, I'd like to call upon the people who will be assisting with the signing. And I would like to call upon Oliver Naidu, who is the representative of the Zululand Energy Terminal, together with Mr. Sibongiseni Kati. And they will be accompanied by Advocate Phyllis Defeto and Mr. Solili Tswalo. I'd like us to give them a hand as they proceed to the front to do the signing. This is a beautiful moment, colleagues. This is a wonderful moment that we are about to witness. I'm sure we can give a much bigger hand. Okay, our media colleagues can come to the front for picture purposes as we continue with the signing ceremony. Congratulations to our new partner, Zululand Energy Terminals. We can give them a hand of applause. We will now proceed on to the second signing. And on stage, I would like to call upon Mr. Andrew Canning and CFO Ms. Anissa Ken to join the Transnet Group Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Solili Tswalo, and the TNPA Acting Chief Executive, Advocate Phyllis Defeto at the table. Can you please give them a hand as they come? All right, so please can you stand up? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get a little closer. Segundo. Colleagues, the two terminal operator agreements have been signed, sealed, and delivered. Can we put a hand of applause to both Zululand Energy Terminal and to FFS? Amen. At this point in time, I would like to invite back to the stage Oliver Naidu, who's going to be talking around the strategic relevance of this project, not only to Richards Bay, to the South African context at large. Over to you, Oliver.
Good morning to all. I would like to acknowledge all protocols observed. I must say, standing on the stage and looking at all of you, it looks absolutely amazing. And thank you, Program Director, Dr. Dineo, for doing such a great job thus far. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. That was said by Madiba Nelson Mandela. Today is a very exciting moment for Richards Bay, KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. This is the first LNG import terminal for the country, and it gives us pride that you are with us to witness a once-in-a-lifetime memorable milestone. Zululand Energy Terminal is a joint venture between Vopak South Africa and Transnet Pipelines. And today, it is a pleasure for Sibongiseni Khati and myself to stand here and show the passion and the dedication for us to deliver a successful project. It starts with our people who will rise above their circumstances to design, build, and operate a LNG terminal that will bring security of gas supply that ensures our destiny. It will bring the stabilization of our economy towards the greater than 3%. And more importantly, it will bring socio-economic development and growth. And for us in Zululand Energy Terminal, between Sibongiseni and myself, we're going to ensure that it's going to be a project that will include diversity, that will include inclusivity, and it will be equitable. Moreover, this project will create multiple integrated value chains that will benefit industries across South Africa. Vopak operates LNG terminals at locations that includes the Netherlands, Pakistan, Mexico, and Colombia. Transnet Pipelines operates over 3,000 kilometers of fuel and gas pipelines across 5 provinces: KZN, Free State, Gauteng, Northwest, and Mpumalanga. So this joint venture is a perfect blend of expertise to create a South African legacy of state and private partnerships. The signing of the terminal operate agreement between TNPA and Zululand Energy Terminal introduces chapter 1 of many chapters to follow in this exciting and memorable journey. Zululand Energy Terminal is taking a phased approach to design and construct the terminal. Phase 1 includes a floating storage unit for commissioning by 2028, and Phase 2 includes the onshore tank storage. The anchors for the project include Eskom's 3 gigawatt gas to power plant in Richards Bay, the 1 to 2 gigawatts of gas to power to the IPP office, and the supply of LNG that will connect to the current Lily pipeline for industrial users. This project has a potential to deliver between 7 to 9 million tons per annum of regasified LNG to support the future demand for gas to power and industrial users. Currently, the estimated project capital of where we stand today will be in excess of USD 600 million. The current project status is as follows. We have appointed a pre-FEED engineering consultant to complete the pre-FEED design, and the cost estimate between 30 to 40%. The EIA submissions inside and outside the port are in progress and supported by an appointed environmental consultant. We have also appointed a financial advisor to support on the financial modeling and the bankability report. The JVA has launched the heads of agreement process and have shortlisted the potential customers and in the latter phase of completing the negotiations. Very important, the FEED decision, pending the finalization of the HOAs, are expected towards Q3, Q4 this year in 2025. And most importantly, the FID, it will be towards Q3, Q4 of 2026. In the words of our previous speaker and the chairperson of the board of Transnet, we will be on time and we will be within budget and we will deliver the project from Zululand Energy Terminal, and that's the message back to Transnet. We expect commercial operation towards the latter part of 2028. TPL, has recently launched the RFP process for the Lily pipeline that is aligned to the development milestones of Zululand Energy Terminal. Zululand Energy Terminal would like to complement the TNPA team in the spirit and in the manner which the TOA was concluded, and looks forward to developing the LNG terminal towards its successful design, construction, commissioning, and commercial operation. Together, we will rise above our circumstances and achieve South African success. Thank you. I would now like us to look at the screens, if that has been organized. We would like to introduce the logo of Zululand Energy Terminal, and I will allow the video clip then to explain, and I'm sure you would love what has been designed. Thank you.
The Zululand Energy Terminal logo is a powerful visual representation that ties together the rich heritage of the Zulu nation and the strategic importance of the terminal located in northern KwaZulu-Natal. The spear and the shield are iconic symbols of the Zulu nation, historically associated with strength, protection, and leadership. At the center of the logo is a stylized droplet, symbolizing the flow of energy resources that the terminal facilitates. This reflects the core operations of the terminal and its contribution to the region's economic development. The vibrant color palette represents the diversity of energy sources managed by the terminal. The green conveys sustainability and the commitment to environmental stewardship, while the blue suggests stability and reliability. Yellow reflects energy and dynamism, and red signifies the passion and strength embedded within the heart of Zululand. The Zululand Energy Terminal, Iyanamugela.
We can give the Zululand Energy Terminal another hand of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that the future of trade and investment into South Africa's Gas to Power program is in good hands indeed. Thank you for that video and for the kind words you've spoken. And at this point in time, I'd like to call upon the Chief Executive Officer of FS Tank Terminals, Andrew Canning, onto the stage. I'd like us to give him a hand as he comes forward.
Dr. Dineo, Transnet executives, esteemed guests. I stand here on behalf of the FFS board and shareholders, and we're just really humbled and extremely grateful to be able to take part in such an auspicious occasion. We acknowledge that we're very much the second act on the show after the LNG announcement, but I think what it really does show is the importance of bunkering in the Port of Richards Bay and the ability of bunkering to attract new shipping and the growth in this important part of the Zululand economy. I sometimes get asked by people, what is bunkering? And there might be a few people here that don't know. Well, simply we're a service station for ships. So refueling of ships in the Port of Richards Bay. And obviously, without the fuel, the ships can't come and you can't grow this economy. Today marks the end of an approximately 2-year process since Transnet issued an RFP for the Brownfields Section 56 boot concession for the bunkering facility here in the Port of Richards Bay. After an initial flurry of hard work by ourselves and many other bidders, there followed a period of nail-biting wait until the successful bidder was announced. And then the last year or so has been characterized by intense negotiations with our Transnet colleagues who are here today, and the incumbent operator, NGen, and the associated JBS Joint Bunkering Services team. You spoke about strategic relevance, and I think today it's important to not forget the strategic relevance of what has happened in this bunkering facility. So we believe that this is, if not the first, one of the very first brownfields boot agreements to have actually taken place, where there's been a transfer of assets, market-related, from an incumbent oil major to a local South African majority black-owned tank terminal operator. This port has been, the bunkering in the Port of Richards Bay has been carried out by the so-called Big Five international oil majors until the 1st of February this year, when a new entrant in FFS Tank Terminals took over the facility. As I said, it was a commercial transaction, market-related assets, and FFS can't wait to get stuck in and operate this site efficiently. Investment is obviously key. The growth of jobs is important. And it's for that reason that we will be immediately looking to reinstate approximately 30% of the capacity, which has been lost over the years of underinvestment in this facility. And that is our first priority. Once we get the capacity reinstated, we're going to install new pipelines so that the bunkering can grow, to enable this port to be the port of choice in KZN. We're also going to facilitate the entrance of a new bunkering player in the port. And together with two of the incumbents, Astral and BP, there will now be 3 bunker players in the Richards Bay facility. And we believe that this competition will encourage better priced bunkers, and in doing so, lure more ships to refuel in this port with all the associated benefits. I'd just like to take a moment to just thank the TNPA team who've really worked with us over the last year. It's been a tough process, but it's been very rewarding, I think, for both of us. It's been done in an excellent spirit. It's been done extremely efficiently and professionally, and I think really a lot of learnings from both of us, and it really is a model for the way brownfield sites can be executed in the future. So in closing, we have a 25-year concession. We're not waiting till year 20 to get going. We're starting, well, we actually took over the facility on the Saturday, the 1st of February. So we really work, looking forward to 25 years of close collaboration with our TNPA partners and the international shipping industry. There's an imperative to grow the Port of Richards Bay, the coal terminal, and to work with our new colleagues on the LNG infrastructure. So on behalf of FFS Tank Terminals, we'd just like to acknowledge and are grateful for today. Thank you.
Another hand of applause for the FFS Tank Terminals colleagues. And thank you so much, Andrew, for those kind words. We are looking forward to a fruitful partnership over the next 25 years. At this point in time, colleagues, I would like you to turn to my right. TNPA boasts a fleet of helicopters and tugs. So we are about to go for a tug dance. So I would like to invite you to go outside as we witness the dancing. It is part of the celebration that we do at TNPA whenever we have events like this. And while we do that, there will be the choirs outside, the Unizulu choir and Omama who are outside who will be dancing. So I would like to call upon you to go outside as we witness the tug dance.
They put them. I saw one, yeah. I saw one on the side
Yho, kuba difficult manje lana yazi. Yazi kukhona umphumi idweba ku-DME. Wanceda
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. My name is Lungisani and my surname is Mtetwa. I would love to introduce this group here. So these are Omama Besitwaba. So they are just gonna have a beautiful dancing for you right here, as we will ask them to stand right here so that we take pictures with them. Please enjoy and have a good time.
Oh, 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 oh. Ông nhà chờ mưa lớn sân mơ nào, yeah. Ông nhà chờ mưa lớn nhàn chán đà. Kalau saya nak cerita yang kalau suspend simnya mana jangan sudah mana jangan sabar nim sonda. Aje janganlah sonda tanya sakalan. Sanbonan bashonishwa. Ai tina segoma kezangandishi emandeni. Oh mama nje laba bemizi. Omakezangandishi siyabonga. Njengoba sithi nje sijabula sanibona noyintombi neyisizwa. Niyaphila kodwa. Siyanibingelela nonke Nkosi yami. Yakala sana kajula unyokolo zosiphinda simnyama nenyonga suthambo nenyonga sihlabela umzondayo. Ashoni nayimpundulo zeleshumi. Bambalala siyajika. Walima ugandaganda waphatha uqamu. Lo wena sonda makeza ngende shwas baselumlilo wena sonda makeza ngende shwas baselumlilo obalumlilo yashisa hey ose wayibasela inhliziyo ose wayihlupha inhliziyo ose wayihlupha inhliziyo siyabonga siyabonga yes oh Tuyambona lo mama ungenza isilima uyambona lo mama ungenza isilima hey mama tuyambona lo mama ungenza isilima ungenza isilima nalithawula la ngiyabonga mangina
Salam de Angela. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we can get seated. We can get seated. We're now going to have the Yunus Zulu choir performing, and after that, the premier will be addressing us. So I'll now hand over to the choir to assist us with the music, with the dancing.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2. One, two. Ihawulilizela mlilizeli ma. Hawulilizele. Ihawulilizela. Hawulilizela we. Ihawulilizela mlilizeli ma. Hawulilizele. Ihawulilizela. Ihawulilizela we. Ihawulilizela mlilizeli ma. Ihawulilizele. Ihawulilizela. Ihawulilizela we. Yemasangweni ngenana. Hey, yemasangweni ngenana. Oh, hey, yemasangweni ngenana. Hey, yemasangweni ngenana. Oh, hey, yemasangweni ngenana. Oh, hey, wababa yitilaba. Hey, yitilaba. Baba yitilaba. Hey, yitilaba. Hey, baba yitilaba. Hey, yitilaba.
Kitelepele. 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 Ha la 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 la. Ha la la la. City yeah. Ha la 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 la. Ha la la la. City yeah. La. Sekuze kwalunga. Ngibongise. City yeah. Sekuze kwalunga. Ngibongise. City yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can give them a hand of applause. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And let's appreciate the Marine team, the Unizil choir, and Mama, that we say Oma Gezangendishi. Ladies and gentlemen, we are blessed with the presence and support of both the local and provincial government's executive leadership in this event. It is my honor and privilege to now welcome the Honorable Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Arthur Tamsanqatuli, to the podium. And as he comes forward, I'd like us to rise and put a hand of applause.
Thank you, Program Director. I think it's Dr. Daniel Mazibugo. His Worship, the Mayor of King Cetshwayo, Councillor Ezed Dlamini, the Oral Speaker of King Cetshwayo District Municipality, Councillor Mkhwanazi, the Chairperson of Transnet Board, I think it's Dr. Sangu, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. The group as Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Soli Letsolo. Well, Letswalo. Oh, that's wonderful. The Transnet National Ports Authority Board, Chairperson, Mr. Nchoncho. The acting TNPA Chief Executive, Advocate Defeto, Port Manager for TNPA Richards Bay, Mr. Mqadi, the TPL Chief Executive, Mr. Kati, VOPEC SA President, Mr. Naidu, FSS Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Andrew Canning. Well, I've also noticed that in our midst we have the former MEC, Mr. Mike Mabuyakulu, who's now is also co-chairing the Presidential eThekwini Working Group mandated by the President of the Republic, the Provincial Commissioner for the Police, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, distinguished guests. I also wish to acknowledge the Municipal Manager of King Cetshwayo, Mr. Sbiya, members of the media, the police in our midst, ladies and gentlemen. I must say I'm quite very excited to be part of this historic moment, wherein we witness the prosperity for our province and our country engineered here today. We know that the initiative that has made us together here today will not only benefit those who are on the working environment today, but even those who will be joining in the future. I think having witnessed today's official signing ceremony, I must really start by congratulating the Transnet board led by Dr. Sangu and your entire executive team for this pioneering development. The signing of this two multi-billion rand terminal operator agreement today will advance South Africa's energy and maritime sectors, help grow our economy, and spur the creation of much needed jobs. Few days ago, we were with the President of the Republic and all other ministers, deputy ministers, and the premiers. One of the fundamental deliberations was the issue of the inclusive economic growth and job creation, which is one of the three priorities that we have as the 7th administration. And this moment underpins exactly the first priority of the 7th administration, the government of national unity, the government of provincial unity. As detailed by Transnet already, this is a significant milestone in the development of South June's precinct at the port of Richards Bay, and is set to support the gas to power program of South Africa. This aligns quite solidly with the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy's strategic plan 2020-2025 that charts our ambitions to become a country that is not only energy secure, but one that is unrolling a decarbonization strategy as we steadily transition towards cleaner energy sources. Natural gas is becoming increasingly accepted as a viable alternative or transitional source of power, which, although not a renewable, is far cleaner and less expensive in capital cost than coal, which currently supports our base load. Indeed, as we have learned, gas can negate pollution output from other fossil fuel sources, and at the same time, halve the carbon emission. It is important that as government of KwaZulu-Natal and the national government, we support this initiative. We work quite closely to ensure that we give necessary support. And I'm happy that the Provincial Commissioner is here with us today, because at times when we have mega projects or initiatives, you'll find some of the local business people advancing an agenda in a wrong way, with the maybe a notion of being extortionist or being mafias. And I know that as the Lieutenant General is here today, it's a clear message that no one must stand on the way of this development. These two agreements are welcomed as they are the fruit born out of the Zululand Energy Terminal, a strategic partnership between VOPEC Terminal Durban, PTY Ltd, and Transnet Pipelines to develop, construct, and operate a new liquefied natural gas, or the LNG terminal in Richards Bay. We are witnessing a demonstration of the infinite value of public-private partnership, which are key to unlocking the binding constraints of our economy by building infrastructure as the basis of sustained economic growth. This combined investment of over 7 billion underscores the success of public-private collaboration with the LNG project supported by a joint investment from TNPA, which is 30%, and the Zululand Energy Terminal Consortium, which is 7%. The LNG terminal addresses our energy transition objectives, while the FFS tank terminals, a project ensures the maritime sector's operational readiness during the shift to sustainable energy. Together, these complementary projects position the port of Richards Bay as a pivotal hub for energy and maritime operations, advancing South Africa's strategic goals for energy security, industrial development, and economic resilience. The launch also addresses the nation's electricity challenges, introducing almost 3,000 megawatts of additional gas-based electricity capacity by 2027, as outlined in the Integrated Resource Plan. Energy is a priority sector for industrial development, and setting up the energy hub in Richards Bay in line with the Integrated Resource Plan to support South Africa's energy security. These two projects are also in line with the TNPA's KwaZulu-Natal Ports Master Plan, which is to position the port of Richards Bay as a key LNG import hub. Additionally to that, the two terminal operating agreements support the Eskom gas to power plant planned for the Richards Bay Special Economic Zone. One of the most pleasing aspects, ladies and gentlemen, of these developments is that they are expected to generate significant employments, in that they are expected, in fact, to present those opportunities in our country, in our province, and in this region, while also fostering skills development and driving a transformation in the maritime and energy sector. In this regard, the projects are expected to generate approximately 1,000 jobs, I'm told, with additional opportunities created during the construction of a berth 207 and pipelines. Today's signing again confirms that indeed KwaZulu-Natal will become the leading ecosystem hub that will attract much needed investment and create jobs in our province. The Richards Bay ITZ is one of 2 industrial development zones, the other being Dube Trade Port, both of them strategically located next to our premier ports. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, we cannot ignore the current uncertainty in global geopolitics, as some of which is emerging out of the evolving relationship with the United States, as you will all know. Weak global growth and the weak rand, rising oil prices, and the ongoing Russia-Ukraine challenges. Like never before, these realities call on us as government and the private sector to join forces to build resilience in our economy. As the government of KwaZulu-Natal, we have no doubt that these projects, by using the pressure on the energy grid, will also contribute to the protection of our economy and create an environment that is conducive for growth. I must say, as the government of this province, really, this signing is historic. And I'm quite humbled, in fact, to be part of this historic signing. Because I'm at the back of my mind, I'm just thinking about the beneficiaries, other than business, other than government, but the ordinary citizens of this country, who are looking forward to the first priority realization of the 7th administration, which I've already mentioned that it is inclusive economic growth and job creation. With those words, I must congratulate everyone for this signing. Congratulations on this groundbreaking signing of the Terminal Operations Agreement. Ngiyafisa ukuthokoza kakhulu, and thank you very much for even inviting me. Thank you very much for that.
Another hand of applause for the Premier. Thank you, Premier, for the encouraging and inspirational address. Indeed, South Africa's commercial seaports are indeed the engine that drives the economy of KZN. Siyabonga Babuntuli. Sompisi, Mpemba, siyabonga. At this point, I would like to invite the Transnet National Ports Authority Acting Chief Executive, Advocate Phyllis Difeto, to deliver the closing remarks. Can we please give her a hand as she comes?
Thank you very much, Dr. Dineo, for taking us through this journey very well. I agree with you, Oliver. It was done very well. Please allow me to acknowledge and observe the protocols that were already mentioned and covered by the previous speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and valued partners, good morning once again to all of you. As we draw towards concluding this momentous ceremony for the terminal operator agreements for the first liquefied natural gas, LNG, import terminal, and the bunker services terminal at the port of Richards Bay, I want to take a moment and reflect on the significance of what we have achieved and witnessed today. Our teams, including the group chief executive in absentia, were there during the inception of this project and witnessed all the hard work and dedication put in by the teams involved. Today marks not only a pivotal milestone for Transnet and TNPA, but also a transformative step for South Africa's energy and maritime landscape. The establishment of these terminals is a clear demonstration of our commitment to addressing the pressing energy challenges our country faces, whilst enhancing the efficiency of our port operations. By adding these 3,000 megawatts of gas-based electricity to our grid by 2028 through the Zululand Energy Terminal, we are taking a decisive action towards stabilizing our energy supply, promoting energy diversification, and enhancing the overall resilience of our power infrastructure. Simultaneously, the FFS tank terminals strengthens the port's capacity of bunkering services, positioning Richards Bay as a premier liquid bulk hub that enhances South Africa's competitiveness in a global maritime logistics. These projects are not just about energy and fuel storage. They are about economic growth and job creation. The anticipated creation of jobs of approximately 1,000, and I'm talking about direct jobs, alongside numerous opportunities during the construction phase, underscores our dedication in invigorating local economies and fostering skills development within the maritime sector. Together, we are building a workforce prepared to meet the demands of a rapidly evolving energy landscape. I would like to now extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone that was involved in bringing these projects to fruition. Your collaboration has been invaluable. And today's signing is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together towards a common goal. Rest assured that your sleepless nights and all the blood, the sweat, and the tears have not gone unnoticed. And I'm talking directly to the teams on the ground here, the TNPA executive team. We know where we come from. The multidisciplinary team that has been working with Volpec, TPL, FFS. There's been a lot of sweat, a lot of sleepless night, and I think I'm in the right space to emphasize that. The tears that were shed in those boardrooms, for those who were there, some of us, they've gone, and we can see the fruit of that hard work. Today, we also celebrate and we recognize you. I want to assure you, the team that I'm working with, and I want to emphasize it, I celebrate you. Your strength of all that has gone through this process. And you know what I'm talking about. Furthermore, I want to acknowledge and commend the teams that worked on the rigorous process we followed to reach this point. The transparent and competitive bidding process in compliance with the National Ports Act of 2005 ensures that we uphold the highest standards of operational, financial, and environmental accountability. This commitment to excellence is fundamental to the way we operate at Transnet. And I think, having been on the journey, I also want to make it very clear that the TNPA board, we know how you have guided us. All the questions that we always raise. I mean, yesterday, we were in the Finance and Investment Committee of the board, and the question that was raised there was, what are you doing as management to bring private sector participation in the port space? And I remember Dr. Dineo mentioning a few of examples that we are busy with. So you can see the chairman of our board and Mr. Velile as a member of the FIC. This is what we talk about. And thank you very much always for your guidance. As we move forward, let us remember that these projects are part of a larger vision, a vision aligned with the government's Gas to Power program and the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy Strategic Plan for 2020 to 2025. And it attracts a lot of attention throughout the country. We're just coming from the mining indaba. I remember there was a podcast just dedicated to talk about this project. And as I was participating in that podcast with Russell from TPL side, we made it very clear to the audience that follow us on LinkedIn. We will be there on Monday. And I know they are probably checking LinkedIn, WhatsApp, because the message was very out there to say, please touch base with us on Monday. This is just an indication of how this project has attracted so much attention and the conclusion of the FFS tank terminal operator agreement as well in our port space. We are contributing to the broader decarbonization efforts and laying the groundwork for a sustainable future. In closing, I invite all of you to embrace the journey ahead with optimism and determination. These projects symbolize our commitment to not only enhancing the port of Richards Bay as a strategic energy and maritime hub, but also to improving the lives of our communities through sustainable development and economic growth. Thank you for your presence, your partnership, and your belief in the potential of these landmark initiatives. Together, we are paving the way for a brighter and a more sustainable future for South Africa. And this request is now specially directed to the pastor, Dr. Chairman of the Transnet Board. As we always do, Tina Mamurud, we allow the pastors to open in prayer and then we close. As I'm closing, I want to close with these words. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord show you his kindness and have mercy on you. May the Lord watch over you and give you peace. I thank you. Ke a leboga, and God bless.
Another hand of applause for my boss. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been an amazing audience. As you've heard from our speakers, today, the significant milestone for TNPA will assist greatly in aligning with the Department of Mineral and Energy Strategic Plan 2020 to 2025. This project is a crucial step towards South Africa's decarbonization efforts, providing the transition energy required for a sustainable future. This session has served its purpose, and I do look forward to seeing you soon through our various engagements. Colleagues, we will now be coordinating media interviews and photo opportunities with the delegated spokespersons. And then the corporate affairs will be assisting in this regard. And at this point in time, I would like to invite you to enjoy the delicious lunch offered in the buffet areas at the back. This is halal and vegetarian this side, and then we'll all be eating there, those who are not halal. However, I would request that we get guided by the corporate affairs team in terms of the flow to the dishing areas. So we'll start with the table where the premier is seated. Thank you, colleagues. Please enjoy the lunch.